Tianling travels to the GX Dueling Academy and awakens the dual teacher system. As long as the apprentices teach the students, they can obtain powerful modern card unlocking. Teach 10 generations of Yuqing. Ultimate exposure to new spaces, super fusion of hero elements, and combination of dominance and darkness. Teach Caesar to shine. The creator of the electronic genre, Diablo ends the surface and inner electrons, the electronic combo of the duet. Teach not to move Yoshing. Accelerate homology beyond the speed of light, the super clear mirror of the water-stopping heart, the path of meteors, and the cosmic radiance. Teach 99 traveling horses. Superb changes stacked, bringing hope to the Dragon Emperor, Hop's secret superb transformation. At the GX Dueling Academy, Tianling became so famous that all the students she taught became duel queens, immediately attracting the attention of people from the DM dueling world. Wooden Games, Hayama's people, and others even came to seek advice. Successfully completed the teaching task, Tianling unlocks the 5DS Riding Duel world. Zexal Summoning World, ARCV Spirit Pendulum Summoning, and more, continue to teach more decks. Tianling, who has become a teacher, has opened up the path of card teaching that is full of peach and plum trees in the world. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. People in Dueling Academy, Teacher Dueling System. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The scorching sun is in the sky, and the gentle breeze brings the charm of autumn. I have traveled through the world of GX Dueling Academy. I never expected such a ridiculous thing to be true. I have become the protagonist in the novel. After taking a deep breath, Tianling murmured. Yu Guan lightly scanned and looked at the lively crowd of students on the playground. Come on. Let's duel. My deck is invincible. Damn it. My deck is invincible. Let you see what a magnet warrior is. Forget it. Just you guys, to be honest, I'm the strongest in the Dueling Academy. Are you the strongest? I'm afraid you don't know the senior Caesar Liang, right? Listening to the dueling laughter of the student crowd on the playground. There was also mockery and provocation before the duel began. Place cards one by one on the duel tray. Virtual duel monsters appear. Blade and Axe Monster, Reborn Slim, Magnet Warrior Gamma Rock Giant Soldier. The lively and extraordinary scene on the first day of school, familiar monsters are summoned one after another in a virtual way. Tianling saw everything in his eyes. Not long after he traveled to this world, he met the principal of the Dueling Academy, Shajima. After discussion, he became a Duel Academy teacher. Responsible for the teaching work of this new generation. Lucky enough, he also awakened the dual teacher system and helped with teaching work. The function of the system is to give a hero card set as a gift package to beginners. Unlock a lot of dual combo collaborations. Then, each successful teaching can earn teaching points to unlock more decks. The effect is not very strong, but through this method, Tianling can also access a lot of dual decks and learn more interesting cards. Hiss, are you ready to hold the school duel ceremony? I remember correctly. Is it true that Professor Kuronos conducted a duel assessment for the new students during the opening ceremony of the school year? So, the 10th generation of Yuqing should be coming. After muttering to himself, Tianling immediately opened the teacher duel system to check the task. Name: Tianling, Time and Space World. DM World and GX World, Teaching Deck. Elemental Heroes, Teaching Task. Successfully accepting 1 apprentice, Teaching Points. 0 points, my first deck is Elemental Heroes. Let's start with the duel assessment for the 10th generation of Yuqing. See if you can use this Element Hero deck to attract the attention of the 10th generation of Yuqing. If you can successfully recruit the 10th generation of Yuqing, you will be able to complete the first task of the system. After finishing her thoughts, Tianling slowly got up from the lawn and walked towards the dueling gymnasium. In the gymnasium, the audience is already crowded with students. There is the Osiris Sky Dragon, representing the student with the lowest level of duel known as Red. There are also students with the strongest level of duel represented by the Obelisk Giant Divine Weapon Blue. And students of the average level of the Sun God Winged Dragon Yellow. For these veteran students, besides dueling and boring dueling knowledge courses, watching new students being abused by Professor Kuronos is a very interesting experiential lesson. Professor Kuronos stood on the duel ground, with a strong desire pot-like face and a smirk. The duel tray with hands akimbo has been opened. The ancient mechanical giant deck used has also been placed in the duel tray. He is waiting for the entrance examination for new students. He. I want to give them a good hand in this duel. Let these freshmen know. What is a duel? Mommy, I'm already getting excited. Don't blame me for assigning Osiris Red to the poor students and letting them fend for themselves. Professor Kuronos' smile became increasingly lewd. I didn't notice that Tianling had already arrived next to him. After laughing for a while, Professor Kuronos only discovered the newly appointed teacher Tianling standing next to him. Oh. It's Teacher Yu. What's wrong? Is there anything wrong? Professor Kuronos, how about I become the assessment teacher for this year's new student entrance exam? I heard that Tianling wants to become an assessment teacher. Professor Kuronos covered his face and couldn't believe what he had heard. I even have to suspect if my ears are off. Mommy mia. Are you joking or did I hear you wrong? Teacher Yu, it's only your first day as a teacher, and this is also your first day of work. The task of assessing teachers for new students is very challenging. Your level of duel, although I don't know how. But I don't think you're qualified for this job. Only my ancient mechanical giant deck can thoroughly test the new player's level of dueling. Professor Kuronos patted himself on the shoulder. The left hand took out a card from the deck of an ancient mechanical giant with 3000 attack power and showed it to Tianling. I think that the ancient mechanical giants are not enough to comprehensively examine the duel assessment of freshmen. My hero deck is the best deck to test the strength of new players. Professor Kuronos, would you like to have a duel with me? Tianling smiled mysteriously and believed in this invitation. Proud Professor Kuronos will not refuse. Chapter 2. Duel with Kuronos. Opening Ancient Machinery. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Dueling. Tianling wants to duel with him. Professor Kuronos was momentarily stunned when he heard Tianling's words. He hasn't dueled with the teacher for a long time. Moreover, the one in front of me is still a new teacher. What do you mean? Why do we have to duel with you? Professor Kuronos squinted at Tianling. What he doesn't understand is why he suddenly had to duel with him. How to say, using a duel to determine the qualification of the teacher for this assessment. Winning someone and serving as a new student entrance assessment teacher. How about the loser staying on the side and managing the order of the elderly? After finishing speaking, Tianling has already opened the duel tray. Put a set of elemental hero cards given by the system into the duel tray. The ready appearance seems to be a must-have for the teacher in this assessment. The elderly people around me couldn't help but widen their eyes and stare blankly at the two people on the duel ground when they saw that Tianling wanted to compete with Professor Kuronos for the position of the assessment teacher. For Tianling, these old people are not familiar with it. After all, on the first day of his travels, he met Principal Shajima and became a teacher, which only his colleagues knew about. If it weren't for Tianling serving as the assessment teacher, old people even think he's a new student. Good. Interesting. Do you want to duel with me, the professor? On your first day here, you may not have known the strength of my ancient mechanical giant, Kuronos. There's still time to regret now. Professor Kuronos squinted his eyes slightly and looked at Tianling in front of him. I want to see fear and apprehension from the expression of Tianling. The result did not show these color changes, on the contrary, it was firm. No regrets, come on. Duel. Tianling is ready and the duel invitation has been sent out. Just wait for Professor Kuronos to accept it. The elderly see Tianling so persistent. After being stunned, they all looked at Tianling with strange eyes. Could it be that this new generation of students has someone that teacher Tianling knows? So, this teacher Tianling is willing to sacrifice his life to become an assessment teacher and help new students establish relationships. Or rather, the new teacher simply wants to challenge Professor Kuronos. Can you try Professor Kuronos' dual skills and become a professor in the future? With doubts in mind, some elderly students have already begun to be interested. Curious eyes swirled around Tianling's body. Okay, if you insist on a duel, then Professor Kuronos is not afraid of you either. Duel. Professor Kuronos saw that only a duel could solve the situation in front of him. So I agreed to the duel and accepted the duel invitation. On the big screen of the gymnasium, information about Tianling and Professor Kuronos appeared. Tianling vs Kuronos. Both sides have 4,000 LP health points. The duel is about to break out. Virtual coins are thrown on the big screen. The first attack was given to Professor Kuronos. The back attack was given to Tianling. My first move. Dora. Professor Kuronos drew the card and showed a lewd smile after reading it. Mommy, my hand is pretty good. There's no problem with unfolding now. So teacher enjoy this duel. After Professor Kuronos finished speaking, he usually summoned a card to the monster area. I usually summon Ancient Mechanical Gears. Name. Ancient Mechanical Gear, 2. Attribute. Ground, Race. Mechanical Clan, Attack. 100 Defense. 800, don't be fooled by the low attack and defense power of this card. But the effect is that when there is an Ancient Mechanical Gear on the field to indicate its existence, this card can be used from the hand to indicate special summoning through attack. I happen to have one more in my hand, so I am summoning one Ancient Mechanical Gear for special purposes. I activate the magic card. Double summoning. I can make a maximum of 2 regular summonings this round. 2 Ancient Mechanical Gears on the field as sacrifices. Start summoning my strongest monster. Liberate the higher level summoning. He. Watch and learn. What is a duel? Come out. Ancient Mechanical Giants. Name. Ancient Mechanical Giant, 8 stars, attribute. Ground, Race. Mechanical Clan, Attack. 3,000 Defense. 3,000, Professor Kuronos grinned and summoned his strongest ace monster, the Ancient Mechanical Giant. A powerful 8-star monster with a terrifying 3,000 points for both offense and defense. All the old students present here are boiling with blood. Especially watching the ancient atmosphere gush out in the duel scene. Accompanied by the flying dust, the mechanical giant appears. This is it. The Ancient Mechanical Giant. Professor Kuronos, rely on him. Only then can one have their current status. Chapter 3. Slightly missed. New universe fusion shocked the entire audience. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. All the students are excited. Who doesn't like this powerful monster? Who doesn't like to summon 3,000 big brothers in the first round to intimidate enemies? It's truly Professor Kuronos. It still has to be him. Summon 3,000 attack power in one breath. Amazing. That new teacher is going to be ruined. Breaking through the ancient mechanical giants is not that easy. Don't talk about breaking through, just ask what card can break through 3,000 attacks. Even the legendary blue-eyed white dragon is just a trade with the ancient mechanical giant. The old students in the 3 dormitories were all extremely excited as they watched Professor Kuronos and the ace monster he summoned. The sound of discussion also came from all directions and fell into the ears of Tianling. For some reason, Tianling suddenly felt a bit amused about this. Before crossing over, Tianling was already a dueling master. MD Master Dueling, OCG Dueling, DL Dueling Connection, and so on can all be said to be proficient but not proficient. This is also one of the reasons why he was able to easily duel with the school teachers in less than an hour after meeting the principal of Shajima. Tianling wants to complain that Professor Kuronos has spent so many resources. Only a monster with 3,000 attack power has been unleashed on the field without resistance or suppression. Even if it's 2 unknown mysterious blocks placed in the backcourt. They have more suppressive power than these ancient mechanical giants. My turn, draw cards. Professor Kuronos, do you know what a hero is? Heroes. Professor Kuronos' smile stopped and his bewildered gaze turned to Tianling in front of him. He didn't understand why Tianling suddenly asked this question. Hero. What is it? Mamma mia. Are you procrastinating? I'll tell you. After the time is up, you will be in my turn before you play. I advise you not to be too careful and focus on the duel. Professor Kuronos curled his lips and glanced at Tianling. The ancient mechanical giants on the field made him feel very secure. Heroes are the combination of fusion and the creation of unprecedented power. The deck I'm using this time is Elemental Hero. It's also a combination of the original hero and elements of the heart. I can already defeat you with this. I usually summon the Elemental Hero Skyman. Name. Elemental Hero Skyman, 4-star, Attribute. Wind, Race. Warrior Clan, Attack. 1800 Defense. 300, I activate the effect of the Elemental Hero Skyman. When this card summoning or special summoning is successful, I can choose 2 effects to activate. I chose to retrieve a monster with a hero field from the deck. Join the hand. A simple card earned resources for Tianling. Many people are shocked by this. Strong card subordinate. This hero card. Extremely good. The attack power is 1,800 points. Excellent among subordinates, with excellent results. Facing a mechanical giant with 3,000 attack power, there is still no way to break through. Then, I activate the magic card. New Universe Fusion. A regular magic card fusion was captured on the scene by Tianling. The effect of this card is to send the fusion material monster determined by the fusion monster card from one's own hand, deck, and field to the graveyard, and summon the fusion monster that only contains 2 monsters containing the Elemental Hero New Universe Hero, from the extra deck regardless of the summoning conditions. Self-accusation means that after activating this card, one cannot summon monsters until the end of the turn. I will send the elemental heroes of the deck, New Yuxia and Ocean Man, to the cemetery. The combination of heroes is to merge together and release stronger strength. Summoning of Fusion. Elemental Hero. Brave New Hero. Name. Elemental Hero Brave New Universe Hero, 7-star, Attribute. Light, Race. Warrior Clan, Attack. 2,500 Defense. 2,000, a Fusion Monster. Appearing in the monster area of Tianling with 2,500 attack power. The entire audience, including Professor Kuronos, are all confused. What outrageous fusion magic card is this? Card Deck Fusion. Accurately stack 2 cards from the deck into the graveyard for fusion. Is there such an outrageous fusion magic card in the world? Shouldn't it be the kind of merging magic cards, merging resources on the field and in the hand to send graves? This card. Why can we use decks? Hey. This is not scientific. No. What exactly is this teacher playing with? I've never seen such an operation before. Interestingly, it seems that the new teacher has something to do with the fusion of decks. It's just that this monster's attack power is not high. Ah. Can fusion still be like this? This is the first time I've seen it. I don't understand either. Is this the deck integration teaching we need to learn in the new semester? Maruto Ryo, known as Caesar in the blue school uniform, Akira Tenbun, and other veteran students couldn't help but discuss it. It's so easy to summon a monster with 2500 attack power. This kind of gold content is very terrifying. Compared to others. The search of Sky Man has been surpassed by the fusion of New Yuxia. Just this attack power. Can't match the 3000 attacks of ancient mechanical giants. P.S. New book set sale, seeking flower ticket data. Chapter 4. Sincere New Universe Hero in Hand Pit. The Sky of Explosive Attacks. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The initial attack power of the heroic New Universe Hero is 2500 points. But the next second. The attack power of the heroic New Universe Hero of Elements is starting to soar. The effect of my elemental hero, heroic New Universe, is that the attack power of this card increases. The attack power of this card in my graveyard increases. The number of new spaceman monsters and hero monsters in my graveyard multiplied by 100. My cemetery has 2 heroes, both of whom will become the power of the brave New Universe Hero. So, the final attack power is 2700 points. Tianling briefly explained the reason for the elemental hero's brave New Universe Hero's fierce attack. The student audience who originally thought they would break through 3000 points on site all showed regret. Without 3000 points, even if the deck merges and earns health, it's outrageous and not a loss of resources. There's no way to break through Professor Kuronos' ancient mechanical giant either. Seeing this kind of attack power. Professor Kuronos, who was surprised by the fusion of sinew, chuckled and burst out laughing. Mamma mia! So strong. Too strong. 2700 attack power. Is that all? You don't want to use this to defeat my ancient mechanical giant with 3000 attack power, do you? You're not joking. Tianling smiled slightly. Ignoring Professor Kuronos. Subsequently, a magic card of the venue was captured in the venue area. Of course not. Heroes will have their dual grounds. Magic card. Skyscraper. Then, enter the battle phase. Elemental hero, brave new hero. Attack mechanical giant. 2700 attacks, 3000 points. Is this new teacher crazy? Under everyone's gaze, the elemental hero Skyman, who had thought he would be destroyed, did not destroy it. On the contrary. Attack power skyrocketed in an instant. Arrived at the terrifying 3700 o'clock. Over 3000 points. Professor Kuronos was stunned. Staring blankly at the elemental hero, heroic new universe, who surpasses the attack power of ancient mechanical giants. The other students and the audience were all dumbfounded. I also didn't expect that the elemental hero, who originally had only 2700 attack power, could still do this. Explosive kill. Boom boom boom. The mechanical giant has been defeated. All parts are broken. Ancient mechanical giants. Defeated by the battle. 3000 Big Brother cards. Solved. The next moment. Professor Kuronos deducted 700 health points. Skyman, attack. The duel is over. Dueling, end. Upon hearing Tianling's words, Professor Kuronos and other student audience members were once again stunned. Why would it say it's over? Clearly, Professor Kuronos still has 3,300 health points. Skyman's attack power is only 1,800 points. After a direct attack, Professor Kuronos still has 1,500 LP points left. Wait a minute. Not right. Everyone's tiger body shakes. I saw that Tianling lost the hero card retrieved by the previous elemental hero Skyman. It's an elemental hero. Sincere Nu Yuxiao. Skyman's attack power skyrocketed at 1,800. Arrived at the terrifying 4,300 o'clock. Completed the final blow. Professor Kuronos lost at 0 health points. The whole scene is in an uproar. One by one, the old students were frantically rubbing their eyes, unable to believe what they had seen. Maruto Ryo and Tenkyo Akira couldn't help but stand up. Stare at Professor Kuronos, who has been OTK on the scene with wide eyes. What the hell? Professor Kuronos got OTK in the second round. Professor Kuronos' strong level of dueling is so impressive that he can't even last 3 rounds. His hero deck is so strong. No, don't you care what happened? Why did he lose a card and end up with it? Absurd. This attack power. It's going to surpass the gods. Isn't it a bug? Not only Maruto Ryo and Tenkyo Akira, but also the other seniors couldn't help but engage in lively discussions. Everyone is curious about what kind of strong card the discarded card in front of Tianling is. Surprisingly, it can make the 1,800 elemental hero Skyman. Soaring 4,300 attack power. In one breath, Professor Kuronos of Thin Gauze wins the duel. Outside the gymnasium, new students have long gathered and are also discussing the operation of Tianling. The innocent gaze of the 10th generation of Yuqing witnessed everything about this duel. This teacher. Using. Elemental hero. And it is. An elemental hero he has never seen before. Is he the assessment teacher? Under the shock and inner monologue of the 10th generation in Yuqing. The phantom of the elemental hero Skyman and the heroic new universe hero gradually disappeared. After half a sound, the audience of students from all sides burst into enthusiastic applause. Chapter 5. Dueling Bug. This is a heroic bond cooperation. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. After the applause gradually subsided. After regaining his senses, the 10 generations of Yuqing sighed in their hearts. Except for the unknown elemental hero Skyman. He can understand the combo of skyscrapers and the heroic new universe heroes. Just didn't expect it. The teacher in front of me. Surprisingly, he was able to think of a way to break through the 3,000 attack power of an ancient mechanical giant in the second round of attack. Solved the opponent easily. And this opponent. It's not easy yet. Professor Kuronos is rumored to be a very powerful and high-level duel. Heroes can be so handsome, right? The 10th generation of Yuqing swallowed their saliva and a look of admiration appeared in their eyes. Mamma mia! What happened? Calculate the bug. Why did that garbage monster break through 3,000 points? Ah! My health. Did I fail? I was OTK. This is impossible. This is absolutely impossible. Why is this happening? My health is depleted. How could it be depleted? That little monster. Why did it explode with such strong attack power? Soon Professor Kuronos went crazy and asked questions. He covered his head with both hands and stared at the health status on the big screen. 0 LP, opponent Tianling 4,000 LP. These pieces of information. Plus what happened in the game. Professor Kuronos has already started to go crazy. I don't even believe that I was easily taken by OTK. Even though I was in the state of summoning the proud ancient mechanical giant, I was OTK. Bug. Error. This is a combination of hero bonds between cards. It's a combo of my elemental hero, the brave new universe hero, and the venue skyscraper. What is the effect of a skyscraper? The hero's monster's attack power only increases by 1000 when attacking monsters with higher attack power. The combination of two cards gave birth to the brave new universe hero, a 3700 element hero. In the end, Skyman came to a perfect conclusion thanks to the card in my hand. Tianling gave an explanation with a slight smile. The card in my hand is the sincere new universe hero. Name. Elemental hero sincere new universe hero, 7. Attribute. Light, race. Warrior clan, attack. 2500 defense. 2000. The effect of this card is to discard it from the hand card and only activate it against one elemental hero monster on the field. The monster's attack power increases by 2500 until the end of the turn. So the bond of 1800 Skyman and 2500 sincere new universe hero. Win the duel. Tianling explained the reason for the last scene. Then put away the duel tray. The duel has come to an end. After a process. The duel level and strength of Tianling. I have already impressed all the elderly. Even admire. Other teachers can skip classes. This is teacher use class. So it's necessary to go up. And Professor Kuronos. I still don't want to accept what's happening in front of me. He was actually defeated by a new teacher. How impressive. The grasp of heroes can be so precise. Is everything being calculated? And there is also an important search for the elemental hero Skyman. The hand pit cards searched are too strong. The combo combination of the hero's field and skyscraper. A one-hit kill that breaks through 3000 attack power. You're so handsome. Are you a teacher at the Dueling Academy? At this moment. Exciting and trembling sounds came from outside the entrance of the gymnasium. Old students and Professor Kuronos, including Tianling, only then noticed that all the new students had gathered outside the door. Yoshiro Shirdai, Maruto Sho, and other new students are all over there. It's very obvious. The duel between Tianling and Professor Kuronos. All of them are being seen by these new students. Thinking of this, Professor Kuronos squeezed together with a sad face. Mamma mia. It's over. It's over. My reputation as Professor Kuronos. How can it be repaired? Professor Kuronos covered his face and left the gymnasium under everyone's gaze. Continuing to stay, Professor Kuronos is afraid that his face will fall to the ground. Professor Tang, the duel has been OTK, and when it comes to rumors, it's no different from being ruined. Well, don't worry about him. He is Kuronos, a professor at the Dueling Academy. My name is the new teacher, Tianling, who is also the assessment teacher for this new student entrance examination. Are you new students? Let's go prepare over there first. Tianling smiled and waved her hand, gesturing for the new student's seat in the area. The new group took their seats, but only the 10th generation of Yuqing did not take any action. On the contrary, he approached in the direction of Tianling, his eyes filled with admiration and respect. Assessing teachers. I didn't expect that the assessment teacher for my 10th generation tour of the city would also play elemental heroes. How lucky. Hello teacher. To be honest, I also play heroes. I have always dreamed of becoming a hero and protecting world peace since I was young. I didn't expect you to be the same, teacher. You must also want to become a hero. Right. The 10th generation of Yuqing, like fans, looked at Tianling with stars in their eyes. Tianling was stunned for a while by this sight. What's going on with this 10th generation tour of the city? In theory, when he sees his system task object, what excites him is that he is right. How did it become so exciting for the 10th generation of Yuqing instead? It seems that the duel that showed some skill earlier has a significant impact. Chapter 6. 10 Generations of Apprentice Journey to the City. Task Refresh. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Tianling is very clear about the duel of the elemental heroes shown earlier. It has completely attracted the 10th generation of Yuqing. The current 10th generation of Yuqing. I must be very curious about the elemental heroes in his deck. I am also curious about what kind of elemental hero cards he has in his deck. You're right. Heroes have a fair and just heart, willing to sacrifice everything to protect world peace. Teacher Yu, I really like hero decks, otherwise I wouldn't have used them as part of this assessment. Are you the 10th generation of Yuqing? Nice to meet you. After coughing a few times, Tianling reached out her hand and gestured to shake hands. Upon seeing this, the 10th generation of Yuqing did not hesitate to extend their hand. Two duelers playing hero decks are converging at this moment. Perhaps it is the attraction between heroes. It is also possible that the combination of the hero in front of Tianling and the skyscraper has produced an effect. I don't know why the 10th generation of Yuqing suddenly had an idea. That's the student who wants to become the teacher in front of them. Learn more hero operations and more hero fusion combos. Teacher Yu. Are you the teacher who teaches us when we start school? If possible, I would like to be your student. Can you teach me how to use hero decks separately? I want to learn a lot about hero coordination and fusion. The 10th generation of Yuqing mustered up the courage to speak out all their innermost thoughts. After speaking, he gasped heavily for breath. It seems a bit afraid that Tianling will refuse. After all, teaching alone goes beyond the scope of a certain teacher's teaching. After hearing the words, Tianling's expression slightly froze. He didn't expect that Yuqing Sherdai would want to be his student more than he did. I can pay for the teaching fee. You can rest assured about this, Teacher Yu. As long as I can afford the price. The 10th generation of Yuqing did not agree immediately when they saw Tianling. Quickly added another sentence, afraid that Tianling would refuse. Tianling smiled in her heart. It seems that the first task given by the system can be completed. I was originally afraid that it wouldn't be so easy to take in 10 generations of apprentices in Yuqing. Now it seems that I am overthinking. I agreed. You are my first student. If you have any questions about hero decks in the future, you can come to me. Now you can go to the freshman side and take your seat first. I heard Tianling agree. The 10th generation of Yuqing is trembling all over. Finally, he burst out with a bright smile and ran towards the audience, waiting for the call. For new students and others, including other veterans, they all felt amazed and bewildered by the behavior of the 10th generation of Yuqing. Just said a few words. Can you be happy like this? It can be seen that the new student named Yuqing Sherdai must be very optimistic and cheerful. Ding! Congratulations to the host for completing the first task. The 10th generation mission of admitting apprentices to the city has been completed. GX World students. The 10th generation of Yuqing, task refresh. Teach the fusion power of all elemental heroes and attributes in the 10th generation of Yuqing. The sound of the system echoed through Tianling's mind. And the refresh of the task also means what the next teaching content will be. But before we go on to complete the next task, Tianling needs to first complete the current enrollment assessment for new students. After all, I defeated Professor Kuronos and became the assessment teacher. For the assessment of new students, it still needs to continue. Tianling quickly flipped through the information of the first new student to be assessed. Name: Maruto. Show, gender: male. The commonly used card deck is the Machine Crew. The person I admire the most is my older brother, Ryo Maruto. I didn't expect you to be the first subject of assessment. Maruto show. Go to the duel arena for the freshman entrance exam. After reading the information, Tianling quickly called out to Maruto Shoka. Maruto Sho in the new student group was instantly alert when he heard this sound. He didn't expect his luck to be so bad. Surprisingly, he was the first to come on stage for a duel. I envy you so much. Surprisingly, I am the first new student to be able to experience the hero deck of Teacher Yu's elements. Maruto Sho. I seem to know him. He's Maruto Ryo's younger brother. Oh, I'm also using a mechanical family deck, right? I don't know how his assessment results are, but I feel that Teacher Yu's assessment may be very strict. The discussions among the new students around were one sentence after another. Cowardly Maruto Sho's mouth twitched when he heard it. I really don't know what to envy about this. There's no way, just be the first one. Maruto took a deep breath and relaxed himself. Muster the courage to step onto the stage of assessment duel. Previously, he also witnessed the duel between Tianling and Professor Kuronos. Therefore, at this moment, he is very worried about whether he can achieve excellent results in the assessment. As long as you can enter the obelisk blue dormitory. No. Even the sun god Huang dormitory is fine. Don't be the Osiris red dormitory. Otherwise, the resources and teaching level of duels cannot be guaranteed. Chapter 7. Mobile phone people first. Maruto shows strength. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Maruto Sho still yearns to join the blue dormitory in his heart. By then, you will have access to a plethora of dual resources. More importantly, enter the blue dormitory and become a student of the obelisk blue class. It means that the gap between him and his brother Maruto Ryo can be narrowed by one step. Embrace this idea. Maruto Sho opened the duel table and prepared for the entrance duel assessment. Teacher Yu, I'm ready. After speaking, Maruto Sho put his proud deck into the duel board. The tense emotions made Maruto Xiang's forehead start to sweat hot. Okay, just get ready. Don't be nervous. I won't give it my all. Relax. Tianling gave a faint smile, but what he said made the old people around him couldn't help but look at each other. Does not using all one's might mean not dealing with these new students like Professor Kuronos? If we use our strength to deal with Professor Kuronos and deal with new students. That's really the devil's new student entrance assessment duel. Alright, I'm going to initiate a duel. Accept it. Tianling opens the duel tray and places the deck of the elemental hero into it. Maruto Xiang clicked to accept, and the information from both sides quickly appeared on the big screen. Shinsei Maruto. 4000 LP, assessment teacher Tianling. 4000 LP after tossing the coin. The first attack was given to Maruto Sho. Teacher Yu, my first move. Dora. Maruto Sho pulled out the cards and took a quick look at the remaining 5 cards. Quickly, the thoughts of the robot's deployment had already come to mind. I activate the magic card fusion. I will merge the Rescue Robot Man and the Rescue Robot Man in my hand. Come out. Rescue the first responders. Name. Rescue and First Aid Machine Operator, 6 stars, attribute. Inflammation, race. Mechanical Clan, attack. 2300 defense. 1800, 2 fusion monsters merge from hand to grave. A monster similar to an ambulance appeared on the duel ground. The attack power of 2300 points has surprised many students. This new student. It doesn't look weak. I don't have the usual summoning yet. So. I usually summon express pilots. Name. Express Operator, 4. Star, attribute. Ground, race. Mechanical clan, attack. 400 defense. 1600, what is the effect of this card? When summoning, reversing summoning, or special summoning is successful, I can only activate it by targeting 2 Machine Man monsters in my own graveyard outside of Express Machine Man. I can add hand cards to those monsters. Did I merge the rescue drones that were sent to the cemetery in front of me? And all the rescue drones have been retrieved with their hand cards. I'll put 1 card on it. The turn is over. Show off. Maruto shows skilled duel skills. Easily created a fusion monster and a subordinate monster with 400 attack power on the field. And it also fully utilizes the recycling of resources. 2 resources that were originally lost in the cemetery, fully utilize the combination of machines and humans to complete the scheduling. In the eyes of many old people, Maruto shows strength is not weak anymore. At least it's enough to enter the Dueling Academy for learning. Other freshmen were also showcased by Maruto show's actions. Integrating resources without loss. There is also a mysterious block card in the backcourt. The initial pressure is enough. Not bad, not bad. I have the strength now. But that's all, it's almost impossible to get into the obelisk class. My turn. Draw cards. Tianling drew out the card, and the familiar hero card could already create a very terrifying scene. But if it's just an assessment, it's not necessary. Let's take a brief look at Maruto show's counter-attack situation. If you can fight back, you can enter the class of Sun God. No, then it can only be the red dormitory. I activate the magic card. Fusion. What is the material I am integrating this time? Elemental Heroes Ocean Man and Elemental Heroes Forest Man. The monster summoned by fusion is Elemental Hero. Earth Man. Name. Elemental Hero Earth Warrior, 8 stars, attribute. Ground, race. Warrior Clan, attack. 2500 defense. 2000, Tianling also started the fusion summoning. After merging 2 monsters in hand and sending them to the cemetery. A brand new fusion element hero once again shines on the duel field. Look at this brand new hero element, Hero Earth Man. The 10th generation of Yucheng in the new generation is so excited. I can't wait to duel with Tianling and explore the fusion of elemental heroes. It's not over yet. I usually summon the elemental hero Skyman. Do you think I want to search? No. I activate the second effect of the elemental hero Skyman. Choose the magic and trap cards on your field that have the most hero monsters outside of this card to destroy. I choose your backcourt card. Destroy it. Tianling doesn't give a chance at all. Fully utilizing another effect of the elemental hero Skyman to assist in clearing backcourt cards. The students present were all stunned when they saw this scene. Is this elemental hero Skyman a bit too powerful? The ability to retrieve was exposed earlier. Can you even blow up the backcourt card now? And listen to Tianling's description. If there are more cards for heroes on the field. A backcourt card that can be blown up. So the more. This hero's subordinate is too outrageous. P.S. New book set sale, Seeking Flower monthly pass reviews. Good data, tens of thousands of words exploding every day. Chapter 8. Earth Man OTK. Do you call this draining water? You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. The effect of Sky Man has been successfully activated. Maruto Sho gritted his teeth and could only boost the trap cards placed on his backcourt and send them to the cemetery. The effect of boosting is: the monsters on the field can only be launched when the opponent's monster's attack declaration is made in the presence of the Robot Man monster of the Mechanical Clan. You can draw 2 cards from the deck. Originally, Maruto Xiang was thinking of continuing to earn resources by boosting this trap card. Then take advantage of the opportunity to merge into the strongest ace monster. This way, you can definitely enter the Ablislan class. But now this card is gone. The situation is quite complicated. The 400 attack power express pilot on the scene was originally a bait. Without the boost, it's just a blood loss. The backcourt card is gone. Alright, the duel is over if nothing unexpected happens. Is it over? What you Tianling means? Can we OTK again? All the students present were stunned after listening to Yu Tianling's words. On the field of Maruto show, there are rescue and emergency aircraft personnel with 2,300 attack power. A 400 attack power express pilot. And on the spirit field of Yu Tian, the Sky Man of 1800. 2,500 elemental heroes Earthman. In a 1.1.1 situation. How could it be possible to solve Maruto's 4,000 LP problem? Maruto Xiang became nervous when he heard Yu Tianling's words. The first thing that comes to mind is the sincere new universe hero. No way. Teacher Yu. Are you really going to use that card to deal with him? Isn't it true that you won't use all your strength? I activate the Earthman effect. Only by liberating the monster represented by the side of one of your own on the field outside of this card, can you activate it. The attack power of this card increases until the end of the turn by the value of the liberated monster's attack power. What I liberate is the elemental hero Skyman. So, what is the result of Earthman's ultimate surge in attack power, 4,300 o'clock, dot. After Yu Tianling finished speaking, the effect of the elemental hero Earth Hero was successfully released. The liberated elemental hero Skyman has gathered all his attack power onto the elemental hero Earthman. A Earthman with an attack power exceeding 4,000 is born. Sleeping slot. Can we still do this? Is this elemental hero Earthman so awesome? Hiss, it's 4,300 attack power again. Can anyone tell me that 4,000 attack power is very common? This new student named Maruto show doesn't seem to be finished yet. The 4,300 attack on the 400 express drone. We can't solve the duel yet. Hey. That's really it. Teacher, you miscalculated, right? In the end, Maruto Xiang still has 100 points of health left, locked in. Dot. All the students present were shocked by the powerful attack effect brought by the elemental hero Earthman. Some people have also noticed that there is something wrong with the situation. The skyrocketing elemental hero Earthman is not 4,400 in attack power, it's just 100 points short. In this situation, how could OTK Maruto show be possible? How could it be possible to end the duel? Really, teacher, you miscalculated. Is it too presumptuous? Or is it that teacher Yu's math skills are not very good? Misestimated the impact of the storm attack. Once this round is not over. In the next round, you will lose your ability to attack quickly. This is not. Did you lose a elemental hero Skyman with blood loss? Teacher Yu, it seems that the damage is almost there. It seems I can survive now. Maruto show breathed a sigh of relief when he saw the attack power of the elemental hero Earthman. I secretly feel fortunate in my heart that my luck is really good. Oh. Is it listed in Vaticana? I activate the magic card. Hot heart. What is the effect of this card? You can only use one side-facing monster on your field as the target to launch it. The monster's attack power increases by 500 until the end of the turn. Even in this round, when the monster attacks the defense, it gives the opponent combat damage that exceeds the defense's attack power. Unfortunately, I don't need the armor bonus anymore. The duel is over. Yu Tianling smiled and activated a magic card. 500 attack power was given to the elemental hero Earthman. The elemental hero Earthman, originally with 4,300 attack power. At this point, the attack power has reached 4,800 points. Under everyone's astonishment. One punch on Earth Hook. Earth Warrior defeated the Express Plane Man. 4,800 minus 400 points. Deducting a total of 4,400 health points from Maruto show. Duel. As Tianling said. It's over. Everything is being calculated. Those old people who thought Tianling had miscalculated were all ashamed and lowered their heads. And among the freshmen. Quickly erupted into enthusiastic applause. Of course, more people are starting to worry. Teacher Yu is too strong. Even in their eyes. Stronger than Professor Kuronos, who has been famous for a long time. Can they really get a good class in the hands of Teacher Yu Tianling? Alright, Maruto show. The duel is over. I thought I had let go, there's a possibility you could get an extra round. Unfortunately, I still overestimated. The next few words from Tianling plunged the whole audience into silence. Do you call this draining water? Why do you call this water discharge? Many freshmen begin to secretly complain in their hearts. If this is for releasing water. What is not letting water in? There's no water at all. Elemental hero Earth Man's fierce attack combined with the fiery heart. If it's water discharge. There's no need to use a passionate heart for this wave, right? Maruto Xiang has already broken through his defense. Is this a dual assessment for emotions? Who dares to believe it when you say it out loud? Chapter 9. Assessment of Excellent New Students. Sans Earth. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Maruto sighed helplessly and walked off the dual assessment site. Maruto Sho, who returned to his seat, was very clear in his heart. This wave of OTK ratings must not be high anymore. I can only hope to score more in the written test later on. Tianling is continuing the upcoming freshman assessment. During this period, there were no particularly outstanding students, almost all of them were passers-by. So in order to accelerate the assessment progress, Tianling almost always used OTK to conduct quick tests. The main thing is, they are all too delicious. Bimaru Ting Xiang Du Kai. Knife and axe monsters dare to take the entrance examination on stage. Are you saying it's a dish or not? And in this process, all the old people in the room are confused. What kind of devil is this, new teacher? Remove the beginning and end. The whole process. 3-minute duel. This assessment speed. That's too outrageous, isn't it? This unprecedented new student admission assessment has really been a tough time for this generation of new students. The remaining freshmen who felt the sympathetic gaze of the old students were numb. They didn't expect to encounter the dual assessment teacher Tianling, who was even more terrifying than Professor Kuronos this time. Next. 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 Tianling assessed one by one according to the list. Until a familiar name appears before my eyes. Excellent new student representative. Sans Earth. Next freshman. Sans Earth. Please enter. Let's shout along with Tianling. The corners of Sans Dottie's mouth slightly raised in the new group. With a confident smile, he walked onto the duel stage under the gaze of the new student group. He is. Sans Dottie, isn't he? I heard he is the best student of this class. He is good at using mathematical theories to group cards and duels. Is it really fake? Why haven't I heard of him? Is his level of dueling very high? Anyway, before coming to the Duel Academy, Sans Dottie's duel skills were already very strong. Can't he? Can he stay under Teacher Yu's command until the third round? Amidst the curiosity and discussion of the crowd, they only then realized that the strength of Sans Earth was possibly the strongest among their freshmen. Just let it be. No one believes that Sanze can defeat the assessment teacher Tianling. Being able to withstand 3 rounds is already an excellent new student. After all, so far no new students have made it to the 3rd round. Sanze has opened the duel tray and placed his proudest water card deck. Teacher we're ready. Please start the duel. Sanze waved his hand and took the initiative to send out a duel invitation. Whether in terms of mentality or other aspects, Sanze has come better than the students in front. Tianling secretly praised in her heart, Sanze has already won too much in terms of confidence. Okay, Sanze classmate. Do you want me to do my best, teacher, or do you want me to give you some water? Discharge water. The release of water by Tianling no longer has much credibility for them. There are too many examples to illustrate earlier. Release water. It's OTK. Please use all your strength, teacher. I want to see where my limits lie. Sanze did not choose to release water. Dueling means using all your strength. Okay, duel. After accepting the duel, the information from both sides becomes apparent. Attack Tianling first. 4000 LP, back attack Sanze. 4000 LP. The teacher's first attack has been taken. Dora. I activate the magic card. New Universe Fusion. Card set send 2 Elemental Heroes Xian Yuxia and Elemental Heroes Flame Hero. Summoning of Fusion. Elemental Heroes Brave New Universe Heroes. There it is. This is another deck fusion card. Super precise tomb stacking 2 cards. Easily pull out the fusion Big Brother card battlefield. See the activation of this card. I have already seen Tianling use it against Professor Kuronos. But I can't help but exclaim in amazement. After the fusion of 1 card is completed, the 2700 element hero, Brave New Yuxia, stood on the field. I'll cover and put 2 cards. The turn is over. Tianling didn't do too much work. Just ended the round here. On the scene, 1 monster and 2 mysterious backyards. The initial pressure has been fully exerted. My turn. Dora. After calculation, in the next round, I can make the strongest ace monster to win the duel. Teacher do you believe it? Sanze confidently smiled and looked at Tianling. This made Tianling couldn't help but show a strange look in response. This 3Z Earth seems a bit overconfident, right? Well, that's right. Sanze Earth. It seems to be this personality. Oh. Is Sanze so confident? Could you please start your backstage performance? The teacher is looking forward to your ace monster appearing. Tianling waved her hand. Signal Sanze to quickly exit the card. He wants to take a look. What means should Sanze use to prove what he said? Chapter 10. Calculation of Sanze. Faucet. Cluster. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Tianling has finished the turn. The second round that can be attacked was given to Sanze. After drawing the card, Sanze did not take action quickly. Looking at my hand, I quickly activated the monster effect in my hand. I activate the Deuterium Dragon effect in my hand. I can discard and activate this card from my hand during my main stage. I added 1 Chemical Union Magic Trap card from the deck to my hand. Retrieve after discarding. After selecting the cards to search for, the Sanze deck smiled. I usually summon the Oxygen Dragon. Name. Oxygen Dragon, 4. Attribute. Wind, Race. Dinosaur Clan, Attack. 1800 Defense. 800, I'll cover 2 more cards. My turn is over. Surprisingly, Sanze did not choose to start a scene. In theory, if Sanze can break through the work of the assessment teacher, That is to say, the heroic new universe hero. The score will definitely rise by chance. Just like who can defeat Professor Kuronos' ancient mechanical giant. Entering the obelisk blue class and blue dormitory is 100% destined. Okay, my turn. Draw a card. Sanze is very cautious. I won't be polite, teacher. I usually summon the elemental hero Skyman. The effect I have chosen is Tianling. Lost in thought. At present, Skyman can choose to search or choose to blow up the card. And blow up the card. Only one card can be blown up. And Sanze has two cards in the backcourt. One of them is clearly a retrieved card, but it is uncertain whether it is the one on the left or right. Retrieved and did not cover it immediately. Instead, after summoning, cover two cards together to increase confusion. Sanze seems to attach great importance to the search of the home trap card. Since that's the case, take a gamble. Blow up the key card of Sanze. Sanze should not be able to fight back. 2,700 plus 1,800 points. And the Oxygen Dragon is only 1,800 points. It's already more than enough to deal with. Combined damage. It's already enough to make the land of Sanze uncomfortable. Not to mention, the fusion of new Yuxia in the cemetery can still be broken. I'm not afraid that another backcourt card will be a holy return or any other effect-breaking card. Alright. The effect I chose to play is Card Explosion. I'll blow up the card on your left. Destruction. Everyone is holding their nerves tight. Under the destruction of the elemental hero Skyman. The backcourt card of Sanze was destroyed and sent to the cemetery. Card image information appears on the big screen. Not a retrieved home card. But a soul shield. Truly worthy of being an assessment teacher. The card I was blown up is the soul shield. The effect is that as long as there are monsters on my field, my combat damage becomes 0. But it's a pity. Teacher, you didn't blow up my most crucial trap card. Next draw, I will definitely be able to draw the cards I need. This is my unique calculation, the deck's response to me. Sanze smiled. It seems like I have already grasped the battle. Oh. If it's true, you can really solve my elemental hero, teacher. Brave new universe hero. I will give you a high score for your grades. Of course, your written test results must be good, otherwise it will be a bit difficult to enter Abyssland. Start attacking. Tianling squinted her eyes and prepared to launch a fierce attack. 2,700 elemental heroes, brave new universe heroes, successfully destroyed 1,800 Oxygen Dragon. Deducting 900 points from Sanze. Elemental hero Skyman attacks directly. Deducting 1,800 points. Combine. It's 2,700 damage points. Sanze still has 1,300 points left. The battle is in crisis. It's the turn of Sanze. Taking a deep breath, Sanze placed his hand on the deck. As if sensing the response of the deck. 3, 2, 1. Dorothy. The card I drew is Faucet Cluster. Teacher, you. Duel, I'm going to take it. I opened the trap card retrieved earlier. Chemical Binding DHO. A trap card has been opened. With the combination of chemical elements. A dual reaction occurred bit by bit. This trap card can be activated by returning one Deuterosaurus, one Hydrogen Dragon, and one Oxygen Dragon to the deck from one's own hand or graveyard. Then, I can choose a special summon called Faucet Cluster from my hand or graveyard. Combine deuterium, hydrogen, and oxygen. Bring me the glory of victory. Gather on the battlefield. Water faucets. Clusters appear. Name. Water tap. Cluster, 10 stars, attribute. Water, race. Sea Dragon Clan, attack. 2800 defense. 2600, the ultimate trump card of Sanze Dotti's calculation makes its debut. The entire audience has lost their horizons. This new student. Strong. Stronger than any new student in front. After watching the 10 generations of Yucheng, they couldn't help but show their fighting spirit and look at the land of Sanze. He didn't expect to hide such a strong opponent among the freshmen. I see, is it a Faucet? Unfortunately, this still cannot solve the duel. Tianling showed a playful smile. The performance of Sanze Dotti is already very good. It's just a pity. He has already written the formula for victory. Shui, it's just a flash in the pan.